So, and with that, welcome to this new video. You requested it, a stress test for the insect remover from Insect Devil. I have prepared something again. Specifically, I have applied the absolute classics here on the hood. This includes Fuzz Coat F from Soft 99. Then I have Brilliant Shine Detailer. I have Sonax Ceramic Spray Sealant. I have ADBL. And all the way on the right side, I have Waterblock Super Splash from Soft. I can also gladly do another round or two. For now, I've just taken the absolute classics. Of course, there is still much more. So if you want to see anything specific, just write it in the comments below. I would be happy to do another round. It can be done quite quickly. I'm now going to show you a few pictures. I applied everything here yesterday morning. This means the products have been able to air out here for almost 24 hours. Also protected, not in the sun, completely in the shade, so very relaxed. This should actually look very good. Here you can see again the process of how I did everything. First, I pre-cleaned with the intensive cleaner using a polishing machine and polishing pad, and then applied all the products to let them cure nicely afterwards. Yes, and now we are here one day later at the self-service box, and we are taking a look at the hood. First of all, from a visual perspective, we can do another mist test right away to help. How does it look? Which product has the strongest color refreshment here? I think we have some really strong candidates here. Let's take a look. So, I have everything here. A wash bucket, then for future videos, and also the bag that I am currently testing. I'm just working a bit with the Chemical Guy's bag to see how it performs. And I have to say, I am really very satisfied so far, and it has also been received really well by you all. I was sold out the next day, everyone who had access to the wash straps, but I believe they are already taking care of restocking. I also have products with me, but for now, let's focus on this. And if we step out of the shadow area a bit here, I shouldn't say anything yet, but something should catch your eye. I believe even someone with slightly poor eyesight can see that. So here the F has a really massive color refreshment. If we look a bit further here, it becomes somewhat less. But here, with the Waterblock Super Splash Wax, we also have a certain refreshment depending on the angle of light incidence. I am now standing here in the shade. Normally, you would need to stand a bit in the sun for this, but I think it will still be visible. So, the wax has the second best color refreshment. With the spray sealants, visually there hasn't been much of a change at first. Here, as I can also observe, even though I'm not looking through the small screen, but directly with you, but here, this is quite an extreme difference. Take a look at this. Okay, we will do it this way now. We will spray the water jet on it and observe the repellent behavior. And before that, we can actually spray a bit with the Solo 360. Rinse it off quickly and take a look. First, let's check the very relaxed listening behavior. We probably still have a bit of dust on it. Yes, exactly. Here at the beginning, there is dust. You can see it nicely here. The droplets are still relatively angular. But once you rinse off the dust, you also get the full protective behavior. It's crazy to see, right? Here, how dust affects it. Look, I'm spraying it on. See, they can think about that. The products are really poor in their performance. Just look at this difference here. But once the dust has been rinsed off, look at this afterwards. We have the drainage behavior that we want to see, and also a completely clear drainage path. Crazy, right? What a difference dust makes. So it might actually make more sense if we first go over it with a large water spray. We're going to do that now to get rid of all this dust, and then we can take a look at the finer details afterwards. I'll do a gloss rinse. Although it's clear, rinsing is actually that intense, right? It's amazing what dust can do. Let's take a moment to immerse ourselves in the rich and vibrant experiences that await us down here. Imagine the absolute pearl gods, majestic and awe-inspiring, each one a testament to the beauty and wonder of this place. There are at least 5 of these magnificent entities, each with its own unique story and presence. As we explore, we can feel the essence of their existence, the history they embody, and the cultural significance they hold. This is not just a simple observation. It is a journey into the heart of something truly extraordinary, where every detail adds to the tapestry of this incredible environment. Let us appreciate the depth and complexity of what lies before us as we delve deeper into the mysteries and marvels that these pearl gods represent. Their presence is a reminder of the intricate and fascinating world we are privileged to witness, a world that invites us to feel, understand, and cherish every moment spent in its embrace. So let's foam the rest up a bit here. So I believe this definitely looks good. And now we can also go over it again with the sprayer here. And here The 5 candidates really show themselves in their absolute best light. So, you can pick one. You can't go wrong with any of them. Once wax, 3 times, spray sealant or spray wax. So here too, the Waterblock Super Splash is absolutely top. Here you have the cream of the crop. But there are still many other things. But I've just included the classics for now. So, let's get started with the insect remover. And now we simply spray it onto the surface here. I still have the safety in place. So let's spray it on and cover the whole thing properly with insect remover. And why am I doing this test? For those who are now asking, Sebastian, why are you applying insect remover to these fresh sealants? Quite simply, not every insect remover is compatible. So I have the shampoo here from TUGA Chemi. I have already mixed it a bit in the bucket for later use. Not every insect remover has the wonderful scent of this lemon citrus here in the environment. So very nice. Not every insect remover works well with a spray sealant. And we have already experienced some really wild things. And here, one cannot always assume that, for example, a pH-neutral insect remover is always gentle on all sealants. There are really wild combinations where you genuinely say, we wouldn't have thought that this product would dissolve that. And that's why I want to conduct the test for you. So here we are simply simulating that your vehicle is sealed with F, your vehicle is sealed with BSD, your Taurus vehicle is sealed with SSW, CSV, or the Waterblock Super Splash. How does it look? Will this somehow dissolve it? I'm going to assume that the sealant worked well here with all variants and that it was able to cure properly. I really adhere to the times generously. And now we will just go over this. I will let it sit for a few more minutes. Let's take another look at the exposure time we have, 2 to 4 minutes. So we will rinse it off after about 3 to 3.5 minutes. Alright, see you in a bit. I'm really curious, guys. Maybe we'll get a real surprise now, positive or negative for the products. So I think this looks really good. Or here, nothing has happened at all. The drops also flow down here without any issues. Here, as well with the wax. I believe all the sealants have passed this without any issues. And then you just go for a second round, right? Let's do a second round. Another 3.5 minutes. I'm going to do 4 minutes now. Before us, it was 3.5. Now we're doing another 4 completely. But I'm not going to do 30 seconds now. Let's spray it again. So now it is really at maximum load for such a spray sealant. But as it looks, I think I've got everything covered well. It sprays nicely. It looks really good. You can spray it on very quickly. Let's add one more up here. There. So I think it looks really good at first. Let's see if the second round attacks it more or if it still works well. It has been clearly observed that this sticky gel structure, which is very good, especially for the front of the vehicle, adheres well to the surface, and that we had to properly rinse it off first with the high pressure cleaner, and underneath, the highly hydrophobic surfaces appeared again, so it was clearly visible. So overall, up to this point, it looks good for the spray sealant, but it also looks really good for the insect remover, and I really want to test a lot for you here as well. If you have any other candidates that you would like me to test against the insect remover, please feel free to write them down. So you can also see the areas here. They are already sticking nicely to the surface. Now let's take a look at how it looks. After a few more minutes, then we'll rinse it off again. I'm waiting a total of 4 minutes now. And just like that, they all rush down. That's always the best moment. And boom, clear path, clear path. Here, everything rushes down. Perfect. We'll take care of the rest with a wash bucket. So I believe it can be clearly stated that the sealing holds up wonderfully. But why? First of all, because they are very, very good. And secondly, because the insect remover works very, very gently with its pH value and its surfactants. And you see what I'm doing now. We're going to do another round 3, right? But then it's over. Then I'm fed up with it. So we rinse it off nicely here again. This really speaks in favor of the insect remover. That's why I conduct these tests. This doesn't mean, and I must emphasize this for all insect removers that are a bit harsher, that you always need to coordinate them a little. I made a video for you showing an insect remover that is really extremely powerful against dirt, but for it, sealing components are also dirt. If it should come off now, and you need a strong insect remover, just use the corresponding sealing product that you can quickly reapply after each wash, or maybe every 2 washes. So there are also insect removers with a pH value of 13 or even a pH value of 14, or concentrates for pre-cleaning. If the sealing comes off after 2 or 3 washes, and you coordinate the products a bit, and use a sealing that can be reapplied quickly, you will achieve maximum cleaning performance and maximum protection. For example, if you say here, okay, I want a mild insect remover that really shows good cleaning performance or very good cleaning performance, tests for that will come as well, and you have already seen some, and it should not dissolve my sealing immediately. I believe then you have found a really good candidate here. We will let it sit for a total of 4 minutes, again, and then we will go over it one more time with the last tip here, and that should conclude the test. We have gone over it 3 times, really 2001. In total, you then have 12 minutes of contact time. Well, that looks really nice. I think we will make another video later with the shampoo, right? We could actually do that afterwards or go over it with the shampoo, but we will do that in a separate video. I am also curious to see how this performs here, because it really has extremely good sliding properties. Well, a total of 4 minutes time window now, and then we will play it together. Oops, I may have overdone it a bit. So what does that tell you? Great. Here is a small spot that you probably noticed. I really have to say, I will take this upon myself because I might not have wiped it properly during application, as we otherwise have 100% perfect sealing on the surface. So maybe something was wiped over here, or I didn't catch it properly with the cloth because it's right in this crease. It could be that I didn't wipe over it 100%, or that there were residues left when polishing that weren't polished out. I'll just take that on myself. I don't want to criticize the product in any way, because as you have seen, after 3 rounds, 3 times 4 minutes, or once 3.5 minutes, and twice 4 minutes, you really have a very nice result. And you can see it there as well. It's great to observe where the tape is, look. And now here, bam. Oh, perfect. These are the perfect moments. We can push a little bit more together here, watch out. There we go. And it goes on the wax and away with it. So here, the angle of the hood is relatively flat on the E as well, because as soon as it gets a little tilt, whoosh, it's gone. So there is no need to drag it out unnecessarily. You have seen it, the stress test, the sealing passed it with flying colors. The insect remover is very mild. That means if you have a sealing on it, you can bring it home with you. If you say, I don't want it to be attacked massively every time, then you are really very well off with the TUGA insect remover. So write down 5 or 6 candidates. Here, if you're interested, I'd be happy to do a part 2. From this side, the gentle devil works very, very well. And you have seen the sealing does that perfectly. Get in there. So Sebastian, until the next video, don't forget to subscribe, and I would be very, very happy to see a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a kind comment here. As Klaus Grillt always says, I really enjoy reading those. Until next time, your Sastian. Ciao guys.